Hello world, this is Samir and I welcome you all on this video of machine learning training program. And in this particular video, we are going to talk about list, tuples, dictionaries and sets. Okay, so we'll be revising all the concepts of list, tuples and all the collection of elements that exist in Python. So let's revise all those concepts. So basically lists are the sequence of elements. Okay, lists are the sequence of elements that store the data in a collection way. Okay, in a collection format. Okay, forget the spelling. So it is storing some of the elements in a collection form. So the beauty of list is it can store multiple data types. That means if I want to store 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4, I can store these easily. And if I want to store like a is equal to, I can say 1 comma Samir comma 1.6 comma, let's keep it to this. So basically this is an integer form, this is a string and this is a float, so it can store multiple data types. Okay, unlike arrays, arrays are something that store the similar data type, but list can store multiple data types. Okay, so this is the list, and the slicing concept also exists in list. So if we talk about slicing concept, it's as similar, it's exactly same as we used to do in strings. Okay, so basically let's quickly do it. A of, let's say I want to slice, let's first of all create a very big list kind of something. Okay, now we have stored this list in something, and now I want to extract from 1 till 54. So what will I do? 0 1 2 3 4 5. That means I'll be 0 to 5, and then it will give us the desired output. Okay, so it is as easy as that. And it also, as I told you, that strings doesn't support the item assignments. That means we cannot change the the characters of a string. That means we cannot change the characters of that are present inside a string, but in the list we can change the elements of the list. That means if I want to make this one to another element, we can do that easily by doing a is equal to not sorry a of 0, grab the index number, is equal to, let's say I type it new. So it will easily change the element 1 to new, and now as you can see, it can change the element. Okay, so this is the one feature of list. Let's make it little complicated. By doing, let's say we have a variable called mylist. Okay, and we say mylist is equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3. Okay, 1 comma 2 comma, and then we'll type 3 comma 4 comma 5. So this is called nested list. Okay, this is called nested list. And if I want to grab 3 4 5, what will I do? This is the 0th element, this is the first index, and this whole list is the third index. This one, it's the third index. So we just have to say my underscore list of 3. So not 3, it's 2 actually. It will give us the error. It's the second index, 0th index, second index and the third index. Okay, so not third index, 0th index, first index and the second index. So at the second index we have 3 4 5. Similarly, if I want to grab, let's say 4 from this whole list, then first we have to go inside this outer list, then we have to go inside inner list, and then we'll be grabbing the 4. So first of all, let's grab the inner list by index number 2, and then inside index number 2, 4 is present at the index number 1, 0 1. So we'll be presenting 1 here. Okay, so this is how you are going to grab nested. We are going to implement the nested list. And also let's have little more complicated nested list by typing, let's say nest is equal to, if I type 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma, I opened a list 4 comma 5 comma, and I open one more list. That means list inside list inside list. We have target 1 and we have target 2. And if I run this code, now if I want to grab the target 1, tell me quickly, how will you do that? Do that in your own code. I'll give you 5 seconds, and then I'll do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let me tell you how will you do it. Let's open the curly braces first. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So first of all, we go inside this big list, and then we'll grab this list first. This list. Okay. So 0, 1, 2, third index is this list. So let's grab the third index, and inside this list 0, 1, 2. So second index is the inside most list, that means the innermost list. So we'll type 2, and if I want to grab target 1, that means it's 0 and 1. Inside this list, this target 1 is at the 0th position and target 2 is at the first position. So we'll grab the 0th position. So let's quickly grab the 0 position, and now if I run the code, we'll be having target 1. And if I'll type 1 here, so we will be having target 2. If you don't understand this, just practice some more. But don't worry, you'll be understanding easily once you will be implementing in the practical format in machine learning. Anyways, let's move forward. So let's talk about dictionaries now. Let's talk about dictionaries. Dictionaries are also very good way of implementing things in machine learning, and it's very useful data type that exists. So basically, dictionaries are having key value format. So this is the curly. It is denoted by curly braces. One more thing, the lists are defined by square brackets. That means whatever you put inside a square bracket, that is a list that is automatically detected as list. And if I put if you want some kind of proof or something, so let me tell you how will you do that. Type of, if I type of a, if I type that, then you will see automatically it has defined as list. And now if I have d is equal to dictionary, and if I type key and it is having a value, and if I run this code, and if I check the type of it, it will show us dict. Okay, so it is automatically detecting the dictionary. So well, let's say we are having key 1, and then we are having value 2, and then again we are having key 2, we are having value 2. Run this code. Okay, so this is how a dictionary is formed. So basically, if I want to grab this value 1, so it does not maintain any kind of index number. This is like difference between list and dictionary. It does not maintain any index number. The only way to grab elements is through keys. So d of key 1, then it will give us the value 1. Okay, so that is how you are going to grab the index number. Sorry, not index number. You are going to grab the value of a particular dictionary. Okay, so let's quickly implement the nested dictionary. Let's quickly implement the nested dictionary. So we have d is equal to, let's say, curly braces open, and k1 of like 1, 2, 3. So if I want to grab the index number 2 in this one, the number 2 in this whole dictionary, what will I do? First we'll be grabbing the key value, and then we'll be grabbing the index number of the list. So list is maintaining the index number, so this list will maintain index number. So we are having number 2, and this is how you're going to implement that. Let's talk about the boolean now. Okay, let's talk about the boolean. So boolean is just true and false. It's nothing else. Okay, true and false. And now let's talk about tuples. Okay, now let's talk about tuples quickly. So we have the tuples here. Just a second. Tuples. So basically, remember that list is defined by square brackets. Dictionaries are defined by key value pair inside the dictionary, the curly braces. So tuples are defined by round brackets. So if I type tup is equal to a round bracket, if I type 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll be having the tuples stored. And if I type if we check the type of it, so it will show us the tuple here. Okay, so the tuple is also able to store the multiple data types like this. if I want to store the multiple data types, it will be able to store it very easily. Okay, there will be no problem in this. So basically there is a little difference between list and tuple that we'll be talking about in a second. Let's grab the element. So let's grab the, let's say index number, let's grab the number 2. So index number 1, at index number 1 we are having the element 2. So t is not defined, sorry, I typed the wrong variable. So now it is grabbing the index number 2. So remember we were able to change the element of a list. That means we want to change the 1 to new. Remember we did that using this format. Okay, so let's quickly do that. Let's quickly do that also at index number 0. And if I type new, that means it should change 1 to new, right? Wrong. Tuples does not support item assignment. That means tuples are immutable. Once the element of a tuple is defined, when the elements of the tuple is defined, you cannot change those elements. So if I type, press enter, it will say tuple does not support item assignment. That means it will not support. Once the elements are defined inside the tuple, you cannot change them. Okay, so that is what, you know, the one difference between list and tuple is. Don't worry, in the next video I'll be telling you the, you know, all the difference between all those 4 and how all those 4 are really useful in their own way. Okay, so let's quickly talk about the set. Let's quickly talk about the set. We are having 1, 2, 3, and if I run the code, this is how the set is defined. If I store them in a variable, it will give us nothing. And if I check the type of it, so yes, it is having set. It is automatically detecting it is set. Okay, but one thing, as you can see, that sets are also defined in curly braces, and dictionaries are also defined in curly braces. Okay, but in dictionaries, when you are having the key value pair, then it is a dictionary. When you're not having the key value pair, it is a set. Okay, so basically one more thing I want to tell you about set is, if you try to grab, let's print the s first. If I try to grab the 2 of the set, that means I want to grab this element of the set, then what will I do? 0 ended index numbers, 1 index number. So I'll type s of 1, right? Again wrong. You cannot grab elements from the set. That means I'm going to tell you that in this set it does not maintain any kind of index number. Okay, so let me show you how. So if I type s of 1, it is not showing anything. That means such objects is not subscriptable. That means you cannot travel over the elements. Okay, it is not maintaining any kind of order. It does not maintaining any kind of index number in them. So that is why in the set you cannot do this. You cannot you cannot grab the element. Since you cannot grab the element, so you cannot change the elements. Okay, so as you can see, it does not support item assignment. So the sets, once the element of the set is defined, you cannot change the element, not even grab the element. Now you would be thinking, what is the use of set if that is the case? And that I will tell you in the next video, where I'll be comparing these 4 in the industrial format. That means whatever, you know, when you're working in the industry, how will you approach that? How will you decide that which collection of element that you have to use, when you have to use list, when you have to use set, when you have to use dictionaries, and when you have to use tuples. Okay, so that I'll be discussing in the next video. So let's meet in the next video.